I cannot come back to a person who questions me and says, ऐसे कैसे होता है and how can you hug him and romance him and how can you wear this?
Even if he's from the industry, the people from the industry are jealous as well, right?
I want to be very famous. I want to do very well. I want to be a big star one day. I want to earn lots of money.
Wow. At least our job in that film should not be, I didn't like, I was not convinced by this boy.
Right.
Because they have another boy to see next Friday.
Hi Parineeti, hi Sidharth, welcome to our show.
Hi.
Hello.
You know, Karan Johar says that we cannot categorize this film in any genre like a rom-com because there's so many layers to it. Tell us about it, Parineeti.
It's true. I think it'll be wrong to say it's completely not a rom-com because it's not anything else. We really have to put it into a genre. But it's not a regular rom-com, that's for sure. Because normally in rom-coms, there's a girl and a boy and they meet and there's a problem and then they come together in the end, you know. But in this, the characters that the both of us are playing are not normal rom-com characters.
Right.
Like, I'm not playing a usual either enthusiastic girl or a shy girl or, you know, same for him. I'm actually mentally a little off. Well, she's not mentally challenged, but she has a defect, so she has a little problem, which is why she acts a little weird. You'll understand in the film why. But because of that, and the stories between such people, I mean, he's in a very depressed state of mind in life, low in life, and when these kind of people meet and fall in love, it cannot be
chemistry.
it cannot be a usual rom-com. I think that is why he was saying it, but it's an interesting film.
There's a song called Drama Queen in the film.
Yeah,
is she really a drama queen?
She's a drama queen.
Tell us about that.
Actually, the actual drama queen on set is Vinyl Matthew, the director itself. But as far as she's concerned, I don't think she's much of a drama queen on set. I think she's quite lively and happy on set. You never see her on a low or a sad day, which is great for a film like this, especially where everybody has to be on an
You need that energy.
Yeah, you need that energy. She gives it, and she gives it all every day, which is great. And especially for me as a co-star, I think it's always good to have somebody who you can throw off stuff and improvise and you know, back and forth, and you'll see that, I think, in the film.
Okay, how is he really to work with? You know, he comes across as fairly quiet and reserved. Is he really that way?
He's lovely. He's I mean, obviously on the superficial level, you'll say, oh, Sid is very quiet. And that's the end of it, but that's not true at all. In fact, he's a very intelligent guy. He knows what he says. He really knows his craft. He knows things about films, about life. Generally, he's a very well brought up, well spoken, very chivalrous guy actually.
Yeah. But you know the fact that she has done some very good work, Sidharth, and she's won awards, she's got accolades for the kind of work she's done. Did she come more prepared? Did you ever feel like I'm working with a senior? I mean, though it's not like she's that many films old yet, you know.
Yeah, I think no, the set was very young, set was very casual. We had to, as I said, the film is about these two characters. So, on the first day of rehearsal only, I think we cracked up. When we were rehearsing, like how you put two chairs and socho ki gaadi hai. And as हम लोग एक camera लगा हुआ था, Vinyl was there, and we were pretending that we're driving a car, and we started doing a scene. So in that scene only, we had to keep quiet, and we had to improvise, or we did, and how we cracked up, and Vinyl liked that, and he liked improvising. So I think from there only we got the vibe that what makes each of us, you know, give and take. What's her style? What's my style?
You know, you have this very cool haircut in the film, the tomboy haircut. I mean, what convinced you to do that? Not every actress would really go ahead and do that, really.
Oh, I would go bald for a film. It wouldn't matter to me. Really,
wow, really? You would?
Really, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not an art film actress. I don't want to be, but I would really do whatever it takes.
Really
for a role.
push yourself for the role.
Yeah, and really not theoretically. It wouldn't matter to me. And you know, the kind of state of mind I am in life, I wouldn't even think about it. I seriously listen to the script, and nothing jumps out to me. No one thing jumps out to me ever. Not the role, not the story. It's a totality thing. So whatever is required, I think about it in that sense. I don't think like, oh, Parineeti will have to do this. Not at all. It just comes across
so you
as...
keep that aside, like who you are.
I don't consciously do it. I think like that. I genuinely think like that.
I guess that's also the reason, like on Karan Johar's show, I mean, everyone who's come on the show so far unanimously, you know, vote for you as one of their favorites or the best actress. How does it really make you feel, Parineeti?
How sweet. You know what? Everybody says that to me now, and I have to watch the show for this because I haven't been watching the show. And my mom, obviously, who is my biggest fan, will message me and tell me, oh, today he took your name, and oh, today she took your name. So of course I also really love it. I was saying it this morning that for me, who is 2 years old in the industry, I find it very humbling that these people know that I exist. You know, I feel so happy that they know who Parineeti is. They know Acha, she's an actress and like me.
Yeah.
For me, that's a
But isn't
big
it like
thing.
a high suddenly, that kind of, you know, change in your life coming from a non-filmy background with attention,
In
with
my
the
head,
adulation?
it's not sudden. I've lived every moment of what has happened in the last 2 years. So
Well
it's
said,
not sudden for me at all. I was hoping it from the very first day that, okay, now that I'm in it, I never wanted to do it, but now that I'm doing it, things had better go well. Because I get depressed very easily. So abhi tak to it's going well. I feel always scared that one day it might just go away.
Sidharth, just one film old and you're like the next best thing and a heartthrob of the nation. How does that make you feel? A lot of pressure?
Pressure in this film, I think, after SOTY, we
Yeah,
don't have a
yeah.
big director backing us.
Correct.
There's only me in terms of the main leads, boy. So yeah, you feel pressure, you feel something to live up to, something to
Yeah.
prove as well, that,
Yeah.
you know, Dharma and Karan have made the right choice.
Right.
You want to prove your mettle as an actor. So I think we've done one bit, at least I've done one bit of, you know, the glitz and glamour and the showcasing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
having the looks and having the songs
Like
and
totally
high
showcasing
speed
yourself,
shots.
literally,
Exactly.
yeah.
So Karan did promote all of that. And
Yeah.
now in this film, you will not see any of that. So it's a conscious effort to choose a script like this,
Yeah.
so that we can show a different side of it where performance will be noticed and not
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
So here, I think that's what our whole aim is. Even Vinil wanted his you know, even I think sometimes it gets distracting
Right.
that you have great locations and great
Yeah.
costumes, that you get distracted with the performances. So we don't have any you know, extravagant costumes and set.
You know, in an industry where currently there's so many good films being made, great subjects, great writers, and so many actors, do you feel competitive? Do you, you know, wish I got the next film? How competitive are you by nature?
I think all of us are very competitive.
Yeah.
I'm very competitive by nature. It does.
You are? Okay.
Yes, if I join an industry, which I have now, I think it's very important for me to perform at a certain level. I have nothing else to fall back on. There is not that I don't know any other job or I've not done anything in my 20s. Barring this, either you know, being in the media or, you know, assistant direction and then acting.
But any particular actor that you want to be like or you look up to, or who you consider competition?
Well, I said consider competition a tough question to answer. All of there are 5,
So
6
many
of
of
us
them,
at this
yeah.
time. So many of us. You know, we all can play each other's roles very well.
Yeah.
I think, I'm sure. So it's up to the filmmakers. It's up to who gets, you know, what.
gets
But as I said, I think that being said, we're all aware of each other.
Yeah.
All the guys especially.
Yeah.
And so we know कि जो भी निकाल रहे हैं, जो भी film आ रही है, it should be convincing. You know, we should not. At least our job in that film should not be, yeah, I didn't like, or I was not convinced by this boy,
Right.
because they have another boy to see next Friday. But I love the choices that Ranbir made in his earlier thing. You know, even though he might sound typical choice right now because he's doing great,
Yeah.
but I think to say yes to a film like Barfi
He had a
was
variety.
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think at his level, he was not what he was at Barfi. To say yes to a script which has no dialogues
Yeah.
is, I think, amazing, and hats off to him.
Damn tough choice, yeah.
And it worked out for him, so even better.
What were you, Parineeti? Are you competitive?
No, actually, I'm not competitive at all.
Really?
Just by nature, I'm not
Yeah.
competitive. I'm very ambitious for myself. I want to do very, very well for myself because I want to be very famous. I want to do very well. I want to be a big star one
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I want to earn lots of money. Yeah, because I've not had all of this all my
Correct,
life.
exactly, yeah.
So I want to do very well for myself. But I'm not competitive. Like, I really don't bother about what others are doing, boys or girls. It really doesn't matter to me.
I really like your honesty because a lot of actors interview, they say, you know, we're not here to be a star. हमें सिर्फ actor बनना है. So like
No,
the
no.
fact that you say, okay, I want to be a star. I want to be
Of
famous.
course,
I want the
to be
money.
a big star. I want to be a big star. Why
Yeah.
not? Because that's the fun of being in Bollywood. Because you can, if you're very successful, you can become a big star, and
Yeah.
then you have a great life. And I want that.
What about you, Sidharth? Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, of course. I think we all join the industry to get noticed
Exactly.
and become famous.
Yeah.
Everybody likes the attention, especially, you know, people like us who don't come from Bombay and Bollywood. So it's very flattering. It's very exciting. People recognize you now. You get all the attention, but it's a lot of hard work. I don't believe that stars are not talented. I'm sure every star has a lot of talent. So I think they all have to eventually act. So I don't understand what is ki differentiate ki acting hai, actor hai ki star hai.
You're talking about them, you know, Parineeti, somebody said that, you know, like most industry girls would give an arm and leg to work with the biggest khans.
Yeah.
But you said, unless I have a very meaty role, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's happened with me. I've been offered a lot of films where they were really big films. Some of them have released, some are in the making.
Yeah.
But I had nothing to do in it. I mean, I would probably have 10 days of work, so that was not fun for me.
Yeah.
I would feel really embarrassed. I would have a great time shooting the film. I would get a lot of money for it, and I would get to be with a big star and have hit songs. But then I would be embarrassed. When it would release, I would be like, oh no. Oh, I've not done anything in this film, you know. I'm greedy that when a film comes out, then people say, oh, Parineeti was good in the film. I want that. So I'm looking for that perfect mix, you know. My taste is more cocktail, Karan Johar's films, where you have more to do, you know. Otherwise, if it's only the boys' films, then what am I doing
What
there?
do you do there?
Yeah.
Tell us about Karan's special appearance. How was that? How did that work out?
Well, Karan does come in for a small bit. If you blink.
Best actor in the film is Karan Johar.
Best performance. क्या performance दिया Karan ने? इतना rehearsal किया, इतनी मेहनत करी Karan के इसके पीछे, and he was lucky to be in our film.
इतना सुबह का call time दिया हमने Karan को.
Karan's there for a small bit. If you blink your eyes, you probably miss him. It's a small, unique, funny thing. Hopefully you like it. So it's not like something to talk about. He has no dialogues in the film. So it's
Actually, all the producers are there in the film.
Okay.
Karan is there. Vikas is there, Madhu is there.
Even
Vinil is also
Kashyap
there.
is not there. Vinil is there in the song
crew is
actually.
there.
Just
We
a
have-
one
we
close
have
up of
troubled
everyone
Vinil.
is there.
Anurag Kashyap has helped us in the dialogues. So
Yeah.
he's there, if not in the film, but in
Yeah,
terms of the writing of it.
Everyone's presence is there.
Yeah, everybody's present. We have
He's on
so
the
many
poster.
creative
Anurag
heads.
is
Yeah,
on the
this film
poster.
better be good, guys. So then I'm sure. See, इतने creative heads हैं, सबके mix करके कुछ ना कुछ तो अच्छा होगा.
Parineeti, for all the accolades you get and all the praise, the only place where people like sometimes say things about you is your fashion sense, right? So how do you react to that?
They're right. मैं क्या करूँ? I've always been. I mean, I was an obese person during university, and I've always been an overweight person. I'm still an overweight person.
Not now, not anymore.
Yeah, see, that's the thing now. Yeah, see, from where I've come from, yes. But even when in my first year and my second year, I was still very big. So I couldn't choose the best clothes for myself. So I always was dressed badly, and it was really. I mean, of course, it was my fault that I was fat, but it wasn't my fault for choosing the clothes. So they are absolutely right. But I think now, I think people should not have that complaint because I'm getting better. I want to look very good, for which I am trying to lose weight now. And hopefully in a few months, when I'm in good shape, then I'll wear shorts. Then nobody will tell me anything.
Awesome. Next interview will be in
Nonsense.
shorts.
I'll be in shorts in next interview.
Sidharth, do you believe in love at first sight?
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Lust at first sight, he will
He
say.
believes in lust at
lust
first
happens all the time.
That's good.
Not that I've experienced it, but I think it's possible. I think you can like somebody and see somebody and feel very affectionate or feel like speaking to them. Something about some people attracts you.
What do you, Parineeti?
I don't know. It's not happened with me. It'll be very difficult. I really, I think, will fall in love with a person when I get along with him and he's a friend of mine. And you know, whatever. I really need to have a great bond with him because I'm not the kind of person who dates a lot of people or anything. So I really need to be in love with you to date you. That kind of a thing. So for me, love at first sight, I don't think so.
So are you like a typical romantic, like candlelight?
No, please.
No, not that
No,
kind.
in fact, it really it bothers me.
It bothers you?
It bothers me.
Candlelight dinner bothers you?
Bothers you?
Yeah,
Why? What?
it's really it's subjective. Like if I'm really in love with you, and today you say, "Acha, listen, you know what? Today we'll go the cliched way, and today I'm going to take you on a candlelit dinner." I will have a lot of fun. But I prefer to do far more casual things.
So what is a typical romantic day with someone you're dating or you're
I
in
would
love with?
probably sit at home in the Razai and order food and watch films. Or I would go for a film, or I would go for a dinner, or I would
You'll be in the Razai with
just
him?
walk and...
Or you'll be alone? You're talking about
First
you're
we'll
talking
eat.
as a couple?
First we'll eat, then we'll watch TV. And
Acha. Order batao.
All on the Razai, right?
Start with the Razai.
While you're on the
this is
Razai.
Razai,
Straight to the sheets.
TV, food,
Food, of course.
and then...
Food, yeah, important. What about you, Sidharth? Are you like the typical, what was your idea of a typical romantic date with somebody?
I was somewhere outdoors, I think, not typical, candlelight dinners and everything.
You'd be out of the Razai.
Out of the Razai. Razai maybe comes later. Not
beach.
at least start with the Razai as her.
least
कि ये
Maharashtra
पहली Razai
के
लेके आ रही है. So somewhere on the outdoors, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
great to spend time with somebody. Be it anywhere, traveling with somebody. I think that's
Traveling,
a very romantic thing if you can travel with somebody out of your comfort zone, out of your city, out of your place, and enjoy their company. I think that speaks volumes of your chemistry and what you have with that person.
You know, it's very interesting. I read somewhere that you said that you'd rather date someone from the industry when most girls say, I will not date anyone from the industry.
I feel that when I said that, I meant anybody. It doesn't have to be an actor.
Yeah,
I
of
meant
course. Yeah,
anybody in the
anybody,
industry.
yeah,
I'll tell you why. Because I myself, when I was not part of the industry, I would not understand actors' lives and films and whatever. It looks very easy from the outside.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that the person I am with doesn't understand my life. I cannot come back to a person who questions me and says, ऐसे कैसे होता है?
क्या हो रहा था?
ये क्या हो रहा है? हाँ, मतलब how can you hug him and romance him and how can you wear this and how can you... He has to understand my life, which is why I said he should be from the industry. But that's not my thing. If I fall for somebody else, that's different. I feel like my parents, they understand, but they don't completely understand my life, you know. So I feel that a guy who will be from here, who could be an AD, who could be a sound recordist, he could be anybody. But he should just
We look for all the idiots.
understand.
Yes, now we'll start a scooping around.
Sound
Parineeti.
recordist.
You just gave me a clue.
Sound.
You just gave us a clue.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's just somebody,
Yeah.
just dekhiye, I think an actor's life, I think he'll understand better.
Right, yeah.
And in fact, when I go back home, I can enjoy my conversations with him. You know, I like
Conversational.
a conversation. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like going home and talking and you know just whatever. So I mean I want to really inculcate that in myself
Yeah.
even further. So I want to have a great bond with the person that I'm with. You know, so that can only happen if he understands my life. I mean I can't imagine that he, I don't know, manufactures tires. He won't understand what I do.
As far as that.
So then you want to understand what he's also doing, right? I mean,
Exactly,
you
exactly.
can't- Okay, so
That's
they both
what
have to
I'm
be the
saying.
same industry.
Don't have to be. I'm just saying it'll be great because he'll understand
easier.
better. It'll be easier.
Less explanation to do, I guess.
Those days are gone where
Yeah.
guys, you know, question women कि आपने हाथ क्यों पकड़ा है, क्यों किया, and ऐसा क्यों बात करी,
Depends
why
on who
did
you're
you
dating,
smile?
Sidharth. I mean, really.
Really, but I don't think so,
really.
guys. I think, but even if he's from the industry, I can. The people from the industry are jealous as well, right?
Yeah.
How do you think heroes don't behave like that? So,
think they'll understand
or
a
any
little
other
bit, I feel.
technician.
She's just hoping they will.
Yeah, she's just hoping they will, but they're all
Yeah,
guys.
now I'm very
all over
worried
us.
for the future.
I
Yeah, they're
know.
all
I
over
think
the
you've got
same,
it
you
all
know?
wrong, Parineeti.
I think
Yeah.
a
better off
new
building
list,
somebody like
I'll
that.
go home and rethink
Yeah,
this
give
now.
me the clues again. Sidharth, you know, you said that, you know, Karan Johar will always remain your mentor. So do you always discuss your work, your scripts with him? How does it go?
Well, of course, not always. But I think
Yeah.
in terms of what we meant is that, you know, he wanted to promote us as Bollywood actors that he's giving out to, you know, the industry, like, you know, good actors who will stay there
Yeah.
and not disappear in a couple of films. So, you know, I feel whenever we're in a bit of a trouble, or we're confused or how to deal with people, do you think this idea is better or good? He's always there in the end. But he also is trying to train us now. Recently, we were all discussing this, but he said, you take the call, like Alia was telling me, Varun also said. So because he wants us to make our own, you know, mistakes and
Choices,
learn.
right, yeah.
Because I think that's the correct way, because we will be defined by what choices we make.
And he won't be responsible for it.
Exactly, because I think it's not fair to him. He's
Exactly,
given us
yeah.
more than enough. You know, we all feel responsible to him, be it me, Alia or Varun, that, you know, we have to prove our mettle to him, that Karan, you made the right choice. And, but yeah, of course, I think he's being a great mentor, and he tells us in the end if we're doing something wrong.
Would you also get your dose of gossip from Karan? Because no one knows gossip in Bollywood like Karan Johar does.
Well, I think...
Do you get that also?
We get gossip from Dharma itself. I think Dharma office is very entertaining. Anybody who wants
Dharma
gossip,
Productions,
just put a
Gossip
camera
Productions.
there. Don't put a camera there and put a bug their office and get all the gossip.
Okay, quickly, the last question. What is the coolest thing about Hasee Toh Phasee, shooting this film?
I think the coolest thing, Parineeti Chopra.
Do you think Parineeti has a smile that can make hearts melt?
Of course, abhi to naam Hasee Toh Phasee.
It was super talking to you all, and we'll all go and watch this film and laugh our hearts out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Please
much,
go
Sidharth.
enjoy.
Thank you so much, Parineeti.
Thank you.